Hey, how you doing?
I don't think you're allowed to operate this on the street.
Is that what you think?
Oh, yeah. Are you a bicycle?
I'm not a bicycle, I'm a person.
Okay, but you're operating this vehicle on the roadway. Okay, you are in the number 1 lane.
What is this?
This is a street.
No, what is this?
It looks like a vehicle to me.
A motor vehicle?
I can't tell, I'll be honest. Probably pedal.
Have you ever seen a motor vehicle that looks like this?
Yeah.
I mean, motor vehicles look like that.
Right.
With license plates and everything?
I mean, if it is a bicycle, I don't know what you're constituting it as. If you have a bicycle, then you need to have a bicycle license. There's a lot of different regulations to it. But this is my issue. You're low to the ground. I can't see what you are. And all I know is there's this object that looks like it's floating down the middle of the road. So
okay.
That's why I pulled over. I don't want you to get hit by a car. That's
my safety is your concern?
Exactly.
Okay.
Okay. Do you have an ID with you, sir?
Why do you want to see my ID?
Because you are in the center of the road here.
You're being stopped by the police, so we're asking for your ID.
Okay,
to verify who you are.
What did I do?
Well, let's see. You're operating a vehicle on the roadway. Yeah, whether it be a bicycle, a car, regardless.
Okay, so if I'm operating a bicycle on the roadway, you can stop and ask for my ID?
Well, I can't tell what this is. That's why I'm asking you.
Okay.
All I know is this
So
device,
what do you,
either a
well,
box
my
car
question for you
or
is,
whatnot.
what are you going to do to find out what it is?
Well, I'm asking you.
It's
that was
a bike.
my first question.
It's a bike.
It's a bicycle?
Yeah.
Okay. I can't tell from the outside, sir. Okay, so it's just a bicycle. What's with the thing around it?
Yeah, it's aerodynamics.
Okay.
For speed.
Okay. Is there a reason why you're riding in the middle of the road?
Actually, I stopped right here, right where I was riding.
Right, but where we saw you, I mean, you're literally in the middle of the road. Like a car can't. Like if a car came by right now, they would hit you. They can't get by you.
Okay.
So you're operating your bicycle in the middle of the roadway, which is a problem.
So check this out. There's a street sign. It's R4.
Hold on. I got to deal with traffic. I don't want somebody to get hit.
Here, I'll take care of it.
You got the traffic?
Yeah. We could pull over
would
there.
You mind pulling over for me real quick?
How about where there aren't any cars parked right up ahead there? And then we can just pull over and there'd be plenty of room.
That works for me, bud. Or you know what? You want to back up right here behind you? See this big, huge opening?
Oh, sure. So anyway, as I was saying, there's a sign. And in the manual for the Uniform Traffic Code, it's designated R4 TAC 11.
Okay.
And what the sign says is bicycles may use full lane.
The full lane?
Yeah.
What state law governs or allows this?
Well, that's okay. So there's a federal manual for uniform traffic codes.
Yeah, I don't deal with federal. I deal with state.
Right, and then California takes that federal manual and then endorses it into a state manual.
Right. I just know.
And they call it the California Manual for Uniform traffic Code.
I've been a police officer for 10 years, and I know bicycles can't ride down the middle of the road.
That's not right.
Yeah, that's why they have a bicycle lane.
Is there a bike lane here?
No, you're required to ride closest to the right-hand side of the road. Do safe regard. And then vehicles, actually, there's a new law that just came out this year that protects bicyclists, which make cars have to pass you by 3 feet. I know you're recording. I'm recording you too. A little body camera.
That's great. The thing is I disagree with your interpretation of the code.
That you're not required to ride closest to the right-hand side of the road?
Right. Specifically, if the lane is not wide enough for a car to bike to share safely side by side, I don't have to ride to the right.
Okay, I would agree with that.
Right. So is it wide enough here?
It is back there where you were in the center of the road.
Well, coming back up there, I was just outside the door zone.
You were in the center of the road. That's what I saw.
Okay. So
to be honest, I don't want to cite you.
Let's go look at it.
I don't want to write you a ticket. I don't want to cite you.
Well,
I contacted and I stopped you today for 2 reasons. One, I can't tell what this thing is. If it's a motorized vehicle, whatnot, it says it got plates on it, and you're in the number 1 road. I mean, for all I know, this is a motorized device. Pocket bikes, which are motorized, are much smaller than this. So
but those aren't motor vehicles.
Right, they're motor, but
they aren't even allowed on the road.
Correct, which is why I'm asking what this thing is.
Right.
Okay, this thing doesn't have plates on it. Do you have a bicycle license on this thing? A City of San Diego bicycle license?
Are you required to have a City
of San Diego? Yes, you are.
Okay, so where do I get my City of San Diego?
I believe the
bicycle?
fire department issues bicycle license.
They stopped that program about 3-4 years ago.
I don't know about them stop issuing. I just know that they're on the book. There is a requirement for a bicycle license.
If I tried to get a license, I couldn't get one.
Okay. I don't want to waste your time. I don't. I stopped you for your safety. That's the bottom line.
Okay.
This thing, I mean, we didn't see you until we came up on top of you. And I'm like, whoa, slow down. What's that? right in the
That's
middle of the road.
amazing that you didn't see me until you came right up on top of me. I've heard that before, and usually it's just hard to believe. It's almost like you're saying you can't see the road until
Well,
you get right up on the
you
road.
gotta look how high up off the ground you are. Remember,
But look how high the road is.
But cars sit here.
So that's a problem when you're really close to cars, right? If I'm right next to a car, then I could
You realize
expect them.
there's a curve right here, right? And people going the speed limit
Are-
can come up on you who's going very slowly, very quickly, and that gap changes. Okay, it's a very short gap before we
don't
can
want to
come up
bother
and
you.
see you.
I'm really doing this for your safety. Okay, that's why we're
Well,
having this
what's your
conversation.
recommendation for safety?
My recommendation would be don't operate this on roads.
But this
you
is
can't-
legal to operate on roads. I'm sorry, I interrupted you. Go ahead.
Okay, I mean there's what, about 36 different bicycle provisions. Do you have reflectors on this thing, back and front?
Yeah.
There are reflectors to the rear.
Yeah, there's one to the rear.
Okay, you have a reflector to the front.
That's not required to operate on a road.
I believe it is on a bicycle. You gotta have
No,
reflectors
that's
on front and back.
that's to sell the bike in a bike store.
Okay.
To sell the bike in a bike store, you have to have reflectors front and rear and all that
I
stuff.
don't want to split hairs. I don't want to go back, pull out my book, look through the 245 different bicycle requirements. I don't want to do that to you.
Well, let's get it right.
I don't want to waste your time. Okay.
Well,
But
I'm interested in getting it right. If you think you can cite me for
I
something,
don't want to cite you. I want to make sure you don't get hit by a car. That's my
Okay.
issue, man. I'm not here to mess with you. I mean, we block traffic. We notice we blocked the roadway. I was afraid somebody's gonna come up and hit you from behind. Look at this car, how fast they're going. Do you think they're gonna be able to slow down on this curve and not hit you?
yeah, they do all the time.
I don't. Do you live in the area?
Pretty close, yeah.
Okay. I just that's my fears for your safety. I'm not out. I mean, I'm en route
Yeah.
to another call right now.
Okay.
I'm not here to bother you. I'm not out looking to write tickets. I'm here having this conversation because I really do fear you're going to get hit by a car. And I promise you, this thing will not hold up against a motor vehicle.
No, it
you
won't.
get hit from behind, you are going to be in the hospital.
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you think you know the law best, I'm not going to take the time to go dig it up. I'm not. Honestly, I'm not going to spend a half hour. It's not. I'm going to leave that up to you. If you think that you're safe in doing this and you can legally do it, I'm going to leave that in your hands. But I feel really bad, man, if you get hit by a car.
Me too. I'd feel really bad if I got hit by a car.
Is there? Why operate this as to a bicycle?
I don't know what you mean by that.
Well, why aren't we riding a normal bicycle? Why are we operating this?
Oh, well, it has advantages in flat terrain. It can go twice as fast as a bike.
Okay.
But-
What it looks like, to be honest, looks like an old soapbox car from back in like the
Yeah.
60s and 70s.
Well, the aerodynamic shape is the same as it was in the 50s. It's that teardrop shape.
You know what I'm talking about the box
Yeah.
car races?
Yeah,
Soapbox?
mhm,
That's
yeah.
when I see this thing, that's what I think it is. But again, I'm sure if a traffic officer was here, somebody who specializes that, they'd find some type of violation on it. And I don't want that to happen to you.
Oh, yeah, you can find a violation on anybody. Can't
It's
you?
out there.
Yeah.
It's out
Yeah.
there. I'm just, again, warning you for your safety. So
And if you do end up impeding traffic, though, and that's another issue.
that's another issue and all to itself.
Can bikes impede traffic?
You can.
If I'm lawfully riding my bike in the road, how am I impeding traffic? What am I supposed to do? Get off the road? It's kind of tough like
the other
that.
thing I'll say, this is a little bit bigger than a standard bike. I mean,
But it's defined as a bike in California code.
I got to look at it. Again, I don't have time to go through all this, man. I mean,
Right,
standard
right.
bicycle riding down the road, you're not the same thing as a standard bicycle.
Right, but it's totally legal, and everything I was doing
I'll
was
take your
completely
word.
legal.
I'll take your word for it.
So,
I'll
so
take
what
your
we're down to is I appreciate your concern for my safety. I do appreciate that.
All right. Name's Eric, by the way.
I'm Scott.
All right.
Thank
Have a good
you.
day, sir.
All right.
vehicle.
Oh, thanks.
God.